Okay, I'm going to put this back together now. First thing we want to do is we want to put these little valves in. So from this side, not that side. So we're going to make sure that we get transmission fluid on everything. I squirted transmission fluid in all the orifices in here. Again, I've cleaned everything off. So we're going to have this valve first. Again, it's not really clear, but on this center valve, there's one on this side that it drops down a lot further than this side. So you're going to put it in from this side. You might have to line it up with a magnet. Okay, it's in. Then there's a steel washer. It sits on top of that valve on both sides. Spring. I'm going to put this valve in. I got some new O-rings. Flip it over. Washer on this side. These were rusted. I had to clean them off. Spring. The smaller valve. Again, I'm trying to get past this O-ring. Now we're going to take this big valve. Now I flipped it over to this side. Get this thing soaked. I'll put this seal on here. Put this on top of here. Fit it as a slot in there. This washer. Spacer, squeeze it together. Flip it over. There's a lip on this top side that goes up. There's a washer in here. I'm just trying to put a little fluid. It's going to put a little gasket. I'm reusing this gasket. You can see that's where that goes. Okay, I struggled with this for a while. With this spacer that I put in, make sure it should be down about 1/8 of an inch. This washer and this rubber seal go down inside there, and so does that washer. That last washer right there goes down in the bore. The other pieces go inside the spacer. This one goes in the bore, if that makes sense. So let me do it again. Again, watch that video that I posted. Last time, part 1. That'll take you to a link where this guy does it really good. I'm just not that great of a video guy, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it. So this yellow super weather stripping glue, this is the first time I used it. It's good stuff. Again, the only reason I'm using it is because I'm reusing the gasket. So let's see if we can get it this time. There it goes, dropped right in that time. And I put some oil on these bolts. These bolts were rusted. The threads were rusted. And the other one's sitting right here in front of me. Here it is. They're pretty damn tight, I'll tell you. Okay, it took me a while to figure this out too. Again, that's why I watched the other guy's video. He's like an expert, or he's smarter than me or something. But anyway. So I'm going to put a little sealer on here too. I don't know if I'm supposed to, but there's no gasket, so. Right or wrong, that's what I'm doing. Okay, take this. I guess it only goes on one way. A washer that goes on top of that sleeve. Another washer is going on top of the other sleeve. I mean on the other end of the sleeve. I took that washer from the other one. I gotta put it in a vise. Okay, you know, I looked in the book. It just says tighten securely. On the video of that guy I was talking about, the link, he says, I think it says 10 pounds and back it up a quarter turn. So in my opinion, that's good. I'm scared of the torque wrenches. And on here, gets an O-ring. This is a square cut O-ring and I came with it. It's not ripped, I'm just going to reuse it. For rusted, like I keep saying in my videos. I don't want them to rust. Yeah, I kind of got myself in a predicament. I'm ready to put in the transmission. Got to fix the escape now. I needed to put this together. I got to hang a fan for the shop. I think those are tight enough. I mean, they got lock washers on them. What I need to do is somehow keep these holes plugged. I don't know if I have any plugs. I gotta go look at my video to remember how these go on. Okay, I put the steering back together. So I didn't change anything, so the alignment should be as good as it was to start with, because I just hooked this tie rod, I guess you call it, to here, and this tie rod to here, and the center one is the shock. But now I'm supposed to have 11 7/8 from the grease fitting to the center of this bolt right here, and I have I have 11 3/4. This steering, that ball joint goes into an arm that comes off the steering. So I'm going to loosen that and I'm going to spin it one time and see what happens. So what do I got now? Actually, now I have 11 7/8. That's what I'm supposed to have. So the only thing I can, so again, this is really the end of the steering. So all you do is I took it off and put it and rebuilt it. Again, I would say go to that link I showed with the guy that rebuilds it. So this hose is shot, this hose is shot, all these hoses are shot. Now these are the two lines that go to the power steering pump. I don't want to do that right now. I just wanted to get this off my table. That's exactly 11 7/8. I'm just looking at this. I guess this thing should be tightened up last, because it still churns. I think I need to suck the ball joint up and then tighten this Anyway, that's it. I don't see the point of any more showing anything else. So I kept this, I did not, the only thing I changed is I changed one of the boots. I took one of the boots off the original steering arm, I guess that's what you call it, because I wrecked one of them. But that's it. I'm just thinking to myself here, again, we're not rebuilding the steering. What I was really working on was trying to get this thing to stop leaking. Any modifications to the steering will come up later. And I'm gonna have to get some hoses. And I'm debating: do I buy them? Do I go to a hose shop to get them made? Do I buy a tool and make them myself? Haven't decided. But it won't be in the way of the transmission, and that's what I want to do next. Well, I got to put a fan in up there. I'm going to tighten all these bolts later. I don't want to do it right now. I want to think about it. I'm not sure what I want to think about. I just don't want to have to retake them off. So that's it for now. Yeah, just to end this, one last thing. These are all the parts I got left over because I switched. I had fixed this. That bore is good. And now I forgot why I didn't use this one. I guess I could have used it, but I can't remember why I chose the other one. Oh, because I screwed up one of the bores inside here. Trying to get that valve out, I screwed it up. Again, here's one of the boots that I replaced. This one is ripped too. Again, all this does is hold grease, so. Look at this. This is the original one. This one didn't have a bushing in it. The other one did, so I used that one. You know how I was showing that it was still loose? This is what you put in there to keep it from spinning. So the one last thing I want to show you, or me, or anybody. Again, you can see where I'm carrying the camera, so you know where I am. If you look right up in there, there's a hole. That's where this pin goes. So if this arm here is turned in any other direction, that pin won't line up. Now you could do full rotation, so you'd have like 11 3/4 or 12, but that locks this and keeps this thing from spinning. There's the pin in. You know, I was wondering what keeps this pin from sliding out. I guess I just put a little pressure on this bar, you know, snug it. But if you pull that pin out and undo this ball joint up here, that's why I took it all apart. Because I could not lower this. I couldn't lower this unless I got these loose. So once these drop out, then this bar can come down. And then when you're all done, tighten this up. And you can see I have, well, I got 3 full threads. I had 2 and it was 11 3/4. I'm just wondering what that affects, if anything. Anyway, that's it. Yeah, I might stick this in the video. I'm working on like 4 different things at once, but the power steering hose set that I've been working on, I found this online. You can get all the hoses, the 2 hoses down at the assist, and the 2 from the pump to the assist, 115. Home delivery is 23. So pretty soon I'm going to go down to a hose shop near me, and I'm going to ask. I'm just going to say, hey, can you do it this cheap? Because the problem with this is it takes longer.